So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. And sitting here is the master himself, Neil. He's a must-go-to kind of guy. And so just has been so instrumental in guiding me through my journey through the cryptic. And it would be great if he were here on a Monday, Tuesday, when they tend to be easier. He said he's here on a Thursday, which means he'll be making fun of me. But we get to sit through the New York Times first, so let's do that. Neil brought with him something I've been kvetching about for a long time, and that is British wine. I wanted an English wine so terribly bad, and this is an Ortega. This is a 2023 from the 40 Hall Vineyards, which is a nonprofit, and they're really like devoted to the eco, bio, good stuff for the earth kind of movement, and we like that here. It's an organic wine. And it is from the north of London. I mean, it's really cool. I finally got my hands on this. And this one is about 19 pounds sterling, so roughly $437 US. So keep that in mind. On the nose, pears, green apples. We have some minerality that can only be described, by the environment in which it's growing, which is fabulous. Very pleasant.
Suitable for vegans.
Suitable for vegans. Suitable for spicy food, I would say. It's dry, but it's very fruity on the nose. This is a wonderful wine. It reminds me very much of in a German Grauburgunder, with more of a fruity finish on it, or a Sauvignon Blanc from the Mosel region of Germany into France. This is a wonderful wine. This is not one for garden parties. It's not one to be mixing with sparkling water to make a chordal. No, don't do that. No, this is a wonderful, wonderful wine. Thank you so much, Neil, for bringing this.
Okay, good. Also, I have to thank my friend Alan, who lives nearby, who suggested it. So
thank you, Alan. Thank you.
Even though he supports Tottenham.
The Yank says thank you. No, really, I have been hollering about this for the longest time. I want to try some of this British wine. I keep hearing about it, I've been reading about it, and it wasn't a thing when I was traveling in the UK so much at the time. They were still going through their vents. And so now that it's on the shelf, just tickled to death about that. So, more trips coming. We got a pub crawl to do in London, as a matter of fact. But I'm just so glad to have Neil here. This is a wonderful experience. We went to see Nuremberg today. Got to see where the trials were. Got to see this fantastic old church with all of it's amazing. Every place you turn in Germany, you spit, hit a castle, it seems. But the dictionary.com word of the day is riposte. A quick, sharp return in speech. We all kind of know that. This isn't a new word. But how often do we use it? Me? Never. Should I? Probably. All the time, actually. Because it seems like witty, sharp returns are what I'm all about. So we'll see about that. But without any more to do here, I'll straighten my posture, try to get my life right, and we'll hop into this grid. So we've got a Simeon Seigel construction. This is becoming a well-known name in the construction end of it all. And it's kind of funny because in the New York Times, we have constructions. In The Guardian, The Independent, they do setters do that. Constructors, setters. And it gets a little confusing, but I'm getting better at distinguishing the two. Even though you're constructing a cryptic grid for The Guardian, you're setting it. So, the setter today for the New York Times would be Simeon Seigel. Let's hop into our grid and see what we got. It's a Thursday, which is usually a gateway to the harder Friday, Saturdays. So 50 things on the Argo. The thing that comes to my mind is oars. The thing that I think is really cool, though, can you tell me the name of the thing that holds an oar?
Rolex.
Yeah. Got it. The little loop that the oar goes into is actually called a thole.
Okay.
Useless stuff. Probably wrote about that in a dissertation somewhere on some doctoral journey. Gives a go, perhaps okays. Swiss-born artist whose name sounds like an art medium. Now, this is clever. Does this ring a bell for you, Neil? This is completely different than The Guardian.
Nope.
So, Clay is his name. We might say Clay,
Clay,
but yeah, Clay. I hope that's right now that I've made a big deal of it. Fictional character with a famous opening line. Destroyer of Hindu cosmogony would be Siva or Shiva. Alibaba, Open Sesame. I just wanted to make sure that I was there, but you absolutely got me. That's good. Fantastic. When I have like one of those things like, who's a fictional character? Well, I have an A and an L. I'm thinking, let's see what I got on my cross, right? But yeah, Alibaba.
Be brave. Go for it.
I should, shouldn't I? Well, it hadn't come to me yet, so I say thank you. Show obeisance. I say we're going to bow to, huh? Here's one for you, Neil. Blank can. Item first made and patented in Britain in 1810.
Blank can. Tin?
A tin, I bet it's a tin. A tin can. Though y'all don't call them tin cans, you call them tins, right?
Yep.
When I go to England, I like going to Tesco's and Spars and getting pickled eggs. My favorite things on the planet.
Yep.
I know, right? And if you find a good pub, they've already got them there. They're just waiting to be eaten. Sushi treatment, that's also a spa treatment. And I'm thinking we probably got ourselves a seaweed wrap, which is pretty clever. I gotta say, Simeon, Seigel, nicely done there. Took back, perhaps revoked. And Cheryl of Charlie's Angels, you remember her? Cheryl Ladd, yes. Just made my little 5-year-old, 6-year-old heart just go aflutter, right? That one. And who was the other Cheryl? Teagues or something, the model. And then there was Farrah Fawcett. I don't know who all was in the show, but yeah. Sucker's Lament. Maybe I've been had. It sounds like that might have a bit of a Cockney accent to it. Oh, I've been had. Oh, I've been had. Ad. Trying to remember. Okay, don't drop the H. Like I said, it always goes. Up to could be till. So what do we got going on here?
Stop trip.
Yeah, George Stocky, right? Enjoy the moment, say. So, okay, we've got a theme here at 38 across. We've got 26 across here. Take it in. So it looks like we got some sort of, like it's doing a full, so we're coming, take it in. Interesting. Yeah, take it in. Okay, well, it's not a rebus, which is what I was just hollering about in the parking garage coming up the elevator. Units equal to 9 inches. There's a joke in there somewhere. I think these are spans. Just useless stuff that we should all know. Palm starch. Oh, what is that stuff called?
Seigel?
Seigel, yes, I do believe, because it's the what pronouns and their antecedents should do would be to agree. So, is this a G? Wildlife Perks, PGA Tour, okay. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's Seigel. Seigel? I don't even know if I'm saying that right. What's off to the side in a selfie? Clearly you got an arm here. And demanding attention could be needy. I don't ever get that way. I don't know why. Well, on occasion I might feel a little needy. Am I dumb? Do I not come across as smart to you? No, you're brilliant. Oh, thank you. I'm still a little hungry, though. No, you're the most smartest person I've ever met in my life. I'm full, thank you. Now I'm not so needy. No, I mean, really. I think we're all human. Wildlife parks. Waits on could be served. So I guess what we got there for the theme is game reserves. Wildlife parks, game and then down to serves. Okay, interesting theme today. Smart TV features could be DVRs. And then we've got what? Name on a check. I'm assuming we're going to go for a payee. I don't see 2 R's working here on the 24 down. Turns the page, say, perhaps reads on. You feeling comfortable with that one? Reads on? Okay. Why not? Why not? You and your Yank puzzle, go right ahead. Repeat. Say over. What do we got here? Pronoun repeated in blank do blank. So you do you, and I'll do me. Say over. Say over. You got to say over, Brian. Over. Over. Over, Brian. You got to say over. Over, Brian. Over. Yeah, I know, Family Guy. Taste tests, as an example. Porter of Broadway, going with Cole on this one, but now like so. Taste tests. Is this an M? Features of some stadia, domes. Why not? So I bet the taste tests are going to be comparisons. This is. I'm hoping to one day get to this level on The Guardian.
Dream on.
I know, right? Needing more salt, maybe. Okay. Watson and Deep Blue for 2. Why is that? Why do I have to all of a sudden I see the name Watson and I'm like pronouncing it Watson? I don't know. For the love of God, I have no idea. Group aptly hidden in special ops. Well, that's cute. This is kind of Guardian-esque here too, right? You know, the CIA in there. Of course, the Guardian would be much more obtuse about getting it to you. So I think needing more salt might be icier, as in it needs more salt, Streusel, so we call it here in Germany. Meltdown could be to render. And you know, this is really why I approach solving from this angle. It was so hard to get into the other angle with the Guardian, right? Because I'm always like, you know, I've got to find the word, you know, and prima ballerinas would also be the French for stars, étoile. It's good to be a francophilial francophone. Eye covering might be a lid. Yes, layer of bricks. And I think an organization that came from England, did it not? Didn't we get the Masons out of there? Mm-hmm. I was a fellow craft. And I did stop going. It was too much stuff to memorize. Yes, an ancient and noble order. We're head over heels. Person who persists in a hopeless cause, so bitter. Ender? Bender? Oh, I haven't put it in yet. I was going to see what this could be. So I'm like, yeah, it's love. It looks like, but I'm checking it. That's how I keep myself from fat fingering something, having to go back and find it. But bitter ender. So that is a person who persists in a hopeless cause. I think I've ever heard that term, but it makes 100% sense. So what do we got here? Let's see. Take leave of each other. Oh, that sounds very British too, doesn't it? I shall take leave of you, sir. Just saying. Maybe an adage. And bit of QED. Quod erat demonstrandum. Erat demonstrandum. As it was to be proven. Thank you, Catholic school. Teaching me my Latin. Graze could be to touch or to feed. Start of a popular saying about gravity or hint to completing the answers to the star clues. What goes up must come down. Bum, bum, bum. Spinning wheel. Who was that? Oh, don't tell me. That was wasn't the, no. What goes up? Earth, Wind, and Fire? Never mind. I don't remember. Must come down. It seems like they had that band. They had the brass orchestra, like a Chicago or something. God, it was a great song. Lake that's home to Kelly's Island would be Erie. And name that means my God in Hebrew would be Eli.
Tyrone Davis.
Tyrone Davis? Okay, well, I don't...
Unless it was covered by someone else.
No, I don't know. I just thought it was like one of those bands, like the, you know, it just felt like one of those types of late 60s, early 70s things. I don't remember. Blew away could be odd. And Dar es Salaam. And old widescreen format. I have no idea.
Cinerama.
Cinerama. Okay. Cinerama. Thank you.
One of my favourite bands.
One of your favorite things, really? Was it a
Favourite
great
bands?
Favorite bands?
Yeah.
Cinerama. I didn't even know.
An offshoot of the wedding present from the
everything.
80s.
Everything you've ever recommended, I wind up becoming a huge fan of, so it's quite all right. Gestured to keep moving, perhaps waved on, which is exactly what we got the opposite of today at the Congress Hall in Nuremberg. Drove up like we were doing the right thing, and the guy sitting there under his little umbrella in his chair just sat there, and he stood up and he just went, it's like, okay, that's fine. We'll just turn around then. Thank you for your help. Some retired faculty. We all have emeriti professors in the UK, I imagine. Deity with the raven, familiars Hugin and Munin, and I think that would be Odin. But the thing about Odin is it would just seems like it should be pronounced in the French, Odin. It would just be much more, I don't know, elegant. Odin. I don't know. Mesh could be a nut. What do we got here? Peeved state and a snit. A or B, a note. And partner of older. Well, sometimes it's a miser, but I think we'll go with a wiser. And district could be a ward. You know what we're doing? This is a challenging little Thursday grid, but it's not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination. Best candidates for permanent relationships and callable, say, probably in range, I don't know. High on the Scoville scale would be hot. I don't think I'm affected by peppers at all. Boot, maybe the old heave-ho. Give me the old heave-ho. I guess, I mean. Best candidates for permanent relationships. Is this Kirov? Callable? If it is in, say, range, which is my guess, and we have to completely check that because I can't say for sure, but I think this is Kirov. And legislative bodies would probably be Senates or the House of Lords. Certain mattresses, it seems like it's always going to be Sertas. I don't know what it is about that. Do y'all have those stores in the UK, Serta? No?
I haven't heard of it.
A bit of hybrid field hockey attire. So a lead into they would be he, she. Is this a K? Early PC game whose nonsense working title stuck. Isn't that Zork? Zork, yeah.
My favourite game.
Really? That's fantastic. Well, I'm glad you got it.
I'm that old.
No, we're separated by a couple of years. It's quite all right. You're not that old. Then I'd have to admit that I was. So, a bit of hybrid field hockey. Gonna go with a skort. Really hybrid. We couldn't just use the term portmanteau. Wizards Org, probably gonna be the NBA. And let's see, musical appreciation. Oh, musical appreciation, a Tony Award. Very nice. Tony Award. Oh, cool, that's really clever. Over there could be Jon. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yawn. That's just really, I mean, who are we talking about? Are we talking about a Byronic type of tone? We're trying to say, oh, it's Lord Byron, just have a yawn. I say. So we've got Arbor Day, and we've got a musical stand for the scorekeeper. I'm trying to spit all that out at the same time. Criticize wittily, or zingy riposte. Clever. Home or McKellen of the Hobbit. And I think Sir Ian has passed, hasn't he? I don't think he's with us anymore. I don't know for sure.
He was the one that was the android, was he in Alien?
I think so.
With all the white stuff coming out of his mouth.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yeah.
Well, he was certainly dead then.
There was no question. So, Yanni, youngest pro golfer that sang. Forming a union. So it looks like we got organizing. Very nice. This was a clever one. I mean, really. I'm just finishing up a third construction in a couple of months. And I got to tell you, Simeon, Seigel, I can't imagine doing something this complex. Hurts my brain thinking about it. So I guess we got keepers here. So best candidates for permanent relationships. He's a keeper. And guardian spirits. Spirits could be genie. Is it going to be a G or a J though? Let's see. Tap could be a spigot. So then we'd have a crime show extra, a perp, or a DOA, and tap spigot, and then brew designed to survive trips to the subcontinent. In brief, I have an IPA. Oh, fantastic.
Don't mind if I do.
Absolutely. How do we do, Bob? I don't know what I do without that zingy little tune at the end. So what a fantastic grid. So again, looking at what all of these were here. So we had what goes up must come down. Spinning wheel, spinning around. Yeah, great song. I got to remember the name though. Tyrone something or other. So we got game reserves. We have bitter ender. We had take it in. We had Liberador. What did I not see this one? Start of a popular. What did I guess I just did this one on the Downs. Storm tracking aid. Live radar. Okay, I was like, what is going on there? We didn't even see that when we went right around it. Musical appreciation, Tony Award. That's fantastic. And then of course we had the organizing. So beautifully done today, Simeon Seigel. And as I'm on my second glass of this miraculous stuff here, it's so good. Toast to you. Very well done. Beautiful construction. We'll bring in our Vineyard d'adieu. And now that Neil's here, he can see that when I'm editing, I'm by myself. I don't have a team. I'm not Mentor Pilot. I don't have people to send this off to. I do it myself. And so it's a lot easier for me to see where I say the beginning of the puzzle. When I do this right here and work on my posture, what I'm really doing is saying it's time to throw the picture of the grid up because we're getting ready to go to that, right? You know, and at the end when I'm bringing down our Vineyard d'adieu, I'm just looking for me to do this so that I can stop there, cut, drop in the Vineyard d'adieu, or the banner of goodbyes, really. But again, sounds better in French, doesn't it? So, as always, if you're watching, I appreciate the likes would be the best thing because that really does a lot of stuff for the algorithm. And if you want to maybe make a commitment to put a ring on this finger versus this one, it's already taken. It's free. You just subscribe to the channel, and that would be wonderful to just keep the lights on around this place. It would be fantastic. So, that said, until we see you again for the Friday grid, the penultimate day of the week for me. Ultimate day for the Guardian, though. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin. Be well out there. Be nice to strangers, of course. And remember, those people you meet with that thick foreign accent, they have un cœur de lion, courage, a heart of a lion, right? Because you know how hard it is to go someplace where you don't speak the language. It takes bravery. Cheers. Be well.